Hi, I'm Sarah, a full-time coach who thrives when I have time and space. I often feel overwhelmed when I have too much on my plate, so I prioritize calm and balance in all aspects of my life. So when I found myself living with my in-laws for a month, creating course content, working on brand partnerships, and serving my current clients, it all became a little bit too much. Insert ChatGPT. I'm sure you've heard of it. A lot of coaches use it for content ideas, for program outlines, sales ideas. I personally use it for spelling and grammar, as that is not really my strength. So I thought I'd see if it could help me with my schedule since I was feeling overwhelmed. When I'm feeling overwhelmed, I have a hard time processing things and making decisions. Maybe you can relate. And so I was like, maybe ChatGPT can help me organize all of the things that I have to do when I'm in this circumstance that's a little bit out of my control right now. So this is what I asked it for. I said, please create a schedule for me that considers my Manifestor energy and human design, if you follow that, allows plenty of downtime. I'm not into hustle culture. Gives me time to work on my healing, go for walks, and do mobility exercises. I work full-time as an online coach and need to create social media content, write emails, coach clients. I see clients on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 to 5, work on course content, and do sales activities. I also need 8 hours of sleep and time to cook my meals. I want to have time to spend with my family and not be working too much. Healing and a calm nervous system are top priorities. So the thing with ChatGPT is you want to be really specific. One thing that's really cool is the more you use it, the more it will get to know you. And so it kind of knows certain things about me, which I feel like some people might be like, freaky, but it doesn't really bother me. I just find that it kind of knows some of the things that I like to talk about and do because I use it for spelling and grammar so much already. So it kind of knows about like my lemon water already. So I think it probably would have said that because I talk about it in my post so much if I didn't even put it in there. So kind of interesting, kind of play with it and see, but this is a schedule that it gave me. So it did give me weekends too, but I'm just showing Monday through Friday because that's really what I was focusing on. So it had me waking up at 5:30 a.m. and it broke my morning routine into 2 parts, which I actually kind of like because my morning routine can often feel a bit long and much. Something about breaking it up really helped. So it has me doing lemon water and meditation and journaling, mobility, going for a walk, green juice, and then personal time for reflection before the day begins, which I really liked. Then it has me doing lattes and fruit. That's what I do for breakfast, which it knows facial massage. It knows that I'm working on healing Bell's palsy and then showering. And then it kind of broke up my days in the 9 to 12 block based on different activities. So in the morning from 9 to 12, it had me doing sales, client outreach, posting in groups. And then Tuesday and Thursday, coaching, creating course content, outlining modules, recording lessons. And then Friday, YouTube video creation and editing. And it's mentioned batch filming if possible, which I really like. If I can focus on one thing and get ahead when I'm already set up, it makes a lot of sense. Then from 12 to 1:30, it has lunch and downtime. And then it had kind of interesting, a 1:30 to 2 little break before like switching in. I think because I do clients from 2 to 5, I think it was like, oh, what can we do in here? So it was like 30 minutes of additional follow-up emails or outreach. And then it has me on Tuesdays and Thursdays coaching clients, and then evening routine from 5 to 7, mobility, prepare dinner, relax with family, and then 7 to 9, personal downtime to unwind, watch TV, light meditation, wind down, 8 hours of sleep. Pretty much it gave me a lot to work with. And my first thought was, wow, they did a pretty good job. This is great. My second thought was, I'm married and me and my husband, Peter, we have been off of an alarm for the past year. We did hustle a lot in our business for a very long time, like 9 years of hustle. And we realized that we really do best without the hustle mentality, without the alarm like jolting us out of bed in the morning. So my second thought was, is Peter gonna go for this? To my surprise, he said, let's go for it. I think both of us were realizing how nice it would be to have some quiet time in the morning before the rest of the house woke up. I did have ChatGPT revise my schedule a little bit because it had me working on course creation and content on the same day that I work on coaching clients. And I kind of like to, similarly to batching YouTube content, I like to be really focused on clients and people on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the other days focused on course content and video content, right? And so I wanted to see what it would look like. Like, obviously, I could have kind of refined it, and I recommend you do that. But I was curious, like, can ChatGPT fix this up? So I asked ChatGPT to revise my schedule based on wanting to just focus on people and clients on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And this is what they gave me. They kept the morning the same, but what they had me do is they moved course content creation, module outlines, and other deep work for Mondays and Wednesdays. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, they had me doing sales activities, emails, client outreach, posting in groups, which I really like that has worked really well for me. Now, there were some issues with this approach. So the first thing that I noticed pretty quickly on is it didn't leave much room for conversations and interactions. I am married into a family of talkers. They like to talk. And so usually conversations go longer than I'm thinking they would. And so I noticed that ChatGPT kind of had me on a tight schedule, not a lot of wiggle room. The second thing was more my fault. And I noticed that I would often participate in what's called bedtime revenge procrastination. Maybe you've heard of it, where you're scrolling on your phone or starting a project, anything to put off going to bed. The result of bedtime procrastination was me not getting enough sleep and not being very happy with my day, because I would then sleep in to make up for the lack of sleep, because as you know, healing is a priority for me. And so then I would be super bummed because during the day I would have no quiet time just for myself. And like I mentioned, I really prioritize time and space. So I really made it a priority to get my butt to bed on time. No late night scrolling, no starting a project after dinner. I was really focused. This process made me realize that having a schedule and some structure when you have more on your plate than usual, when you're busier than usual, is really helpful. I no longer felt like I was drowning in work. I no longer felt like I had to rush through things. I no longer felt like I was always behind on my to-do list. I also got a new idea for my coaching, a way to streamline it, which I don't think I would have had if I hadn't used ChatGPT to help me create some space for myself. I don't know about you, but it's hard for inspired ideas to come through when I'm always thinking I'm running behind, or there's one more thing for me to do, or like I'm dropping balls. I really just say dropping balls. I highly suggest trying this if you're feeling overwhelmed with your schedule. But my one piece of advice would be, if it's feeling too rigid, ask yourself, how can I make this more flexible so it works better for me?
If you're looking for more ways to create ease and flow in your coaching business, or you just want to live a life with more balance, be sure to hit subscribe. I share practical tips and real stories on how to build a fulfilling coaching business without the hustle. Okay, bye friend.